Hey, it's me. We've seen how taking an honest look at ourselves can unlock major insights. We've discussed that every bit of self awareness we gain has an impact that's bigger than we realize. Because when you learn and heal, you shift the world toward more understanding and less suffering. If more people knew how much their personal growth mattered, they might feel inspired to work on themselves even more. All our pain comes from not wanting to face the truth, from staying in ignorance about who we are or how we fit into the bigger universe. So when you do the courageous work of self-discovery, it affects not just you, but also the many around you who have yet to wake up to who they are. You need to know that the spirit world thanks you for your efforts. Now, you may find yourself still struggling with new issues and challenges. Often, you're not even fully aware of what exactly confuses you. Maybe you're upset over a mood or an event, but don't realize a deeper conflict is at play. If something is bothering you, whether it's a relationship problem or even an uneasy feeling, it usually points to an unclear spot in your thinking. So here's what you can do. You want to figure out exactly what you're confused about. Is it something you don't fully understand or a principle that seems to clash with reality? The first thing is to write it down in simple questions, such as, I'm confused about blank, or I don't know why, fill in the blank. Because even before you find answers, defining the questions can bring relief. Then you can ask for clarity in prayer or meditation. And notice if you resist hearing the answers. So each time you practice this, you move forward, setting the stage for bigger insights that bring new freedom. If you've been on this path for a while, I invite you to pause and look at how far you've come. Kind of like a climber who stops to see how high they've climbed. We tend to focus on the next small goal, forgetting all the challenges we've already handled. This step helps us see the big picture of what you've covered so far. Now, think again about your main life issues. Write them down in plain language. With the clarity you have now, you might notice how confusion, hazy goals, or a muddled sense of purpose sit at the root of your struggles. Sometimes you don't even know what you truly want or why. These unseen, half-conscious motives often bring tension and frustration into daily life. Look for where you feel tension, where you feel anxiety, where you feel guilt. Even if everything seems fine on the surface, in those areas where you feel tension, anxiety, or guilt, there's likely a hidden motive or a fuzzy objective that conflicts with what you consciously say you want. Honesty with yourself is key. You'll be amazed how relieving it is just to see those motives clearly. When you notice your unclear or mixed intentions, you see how you've created some of your own problems, rather than being a victim of fate or random chance. If you know you're part of the cause, you lose the sense of being helpless. Yes, you might still be forming unhelpful goals or motives, but now you could do something about it. We often fear life because it seems random or ruled by an arbitrary force. But once you accept that your own confusion contributes to your difficulties, that fear decreases. You realize you can choose more conscious, positive motives That's the real path to inner security. Okay, so when something in your life feels stuck or unhappy, ask yourself these 4 questions. 1, do I know exactly what I'm aiming for? 2, what's my reason for wanting this? 3, are there hidden, selfish, or just unclear motives underneath? And 4, am I drifting along without deciding what I really want? The answers might not always be pleasant. You could discover some motives that seem a bit self-serving or childish, but simply admitting to them can free up a new surge of energy. It also frees you from feeling like life is happening to you rather than for you. And that relief alone is worth the temporary discomfort. As you continue self-inquiry, you might worry about repeating or hearing some of the same ideas again. But each time you revisit these points with fresh understanding, it sinks in deeper. You're more open to the real meaning behind the words. I mean, you may have noticed I repeat concepts throughout these episodes, and that's partly why. Think of it this way. In one moment, you're focused on solving a particular problem. In another moment, you pause to check your overall direction in life and see how your deeper goals align with how you're living. Both views matter, focusing in on the details and then pulling back to see the whole journey. Okay, so to sum things up, identify your confusion, write it down, ask for clarity, see if you secretly resist the answers. List your main problems. Notice if your motives or goals in those areas are vague, selfish, or never clearly set. Then accept the cause and effect. Your mixed motives shape your experiences, showing that you're not a helpless victim. And finally, work through it. Keep exploring, being honest and open to adjusting your goals and motives. You've made real progress. Now it's time to keep that momentum going by stepping back, seeing your journey so far, and refining what you want for your future. The more truth you bring into your motives, the more vibrant and peaceful your life becomes. I'd love to hear what insights you gained from taking this step back. Love you. Connect soon.